Right now, we're going to do Module 1 training. This is for coaches and officials. This is done your first year as a licensee, and it alternates the following year with Module 2. Module 2 is your in-depth concussion training and online skills training. Module 1 is basically your background and child safety or safe sport compliant training. So if you go to fightleague.org and click register, you get to the licensing page. The shortcut for this page is kidsmma.org, and you'll get to either the coaches or the officials licensing. It's the Module 1 training is the same for both coaches and officials. If you are both a coach and an official, I'd recommend going through the officials licensing page because it has some more information regarding your other job as an official. Right now, I'm just going to go through the coach and athletes just to let you know the first cascade is for your athletes. The second one is for your coaches. And these are your questions here. If you have a question, it's probably been already asked and answered. You check right here. Step 1, code of conduct. You have your Federal Abuse Prevention Systems Code of Conduct and then our general USFL Code of Conduct. And this is some more in depth with the Safe Sport Act of 2017, which most of you are required to abide by, even if you don't know it. You are. That's the whole purpose of Module 1 training. Okay, step 2 is the rules. Got a rules video, scoring video, all these different handouts, rule book, coach's handbook, all this stuff for you to be proficient as a coach. Step 3 is the information for equipment. Here's a link to that. Okay, and then once you're done with all this, you will be getting a coach's card. If you don't get it within 48 hours of your background being completed and taken that you completed all the other training, make sure you email me. Okay, so final step is going to be Module 1 training. Again, this is the first year and every other year, or alternating with Module 2 training, which is the second year and every other year. Again, this is how Module 2 looks like. Again, it's through Sports Engine, but you'll be given different information. This is the online 25-minute CDC concussion course, and then this is the online training, which supplements the Module 1 training. This is for every other year. But we're going to start out the first year with Module 1. This is some of the information of what you're going to be doing, some of the ways you can bypass this, which I'll get into, but I'm going to click to get into Sports Engine Module 1 training. Okay, this mode here, it's a user mode for me. I'm an administrator, so it's going to look a little bit different. But the first thing you're going to see is if you are a minor or have completed a background check and abuse prevention or safe sport training this or the previous year, stop and register with Module 2. You don't need to do Module 1 if you met these requirements. Now, if you've done it through another federation or organization, I need proof that you've done your background and a certificate for either safe sport or abuse prevention training. You can email it to me from here. And then after I approve it, you can just do the Module 2 and skip Module 1. If you have any questions, here's my contact info. Okay, some of my stuff is already put it in here, but make sure you put your proper name, legal name, and then if you're a coach, you're going to click coach. That's going to prompt you to click the $20 coach's licensing fee. If you're an official, you'll see there is no licensing fee, but if you are both a coach and official, there is a licensing fee. You cannot get a coach's license without the licensing fee, which is $20 a year. Put your team name in here and hit continue. Okay, this is the acknowledgement of the agency that we use for our background checks. It is secure. Most amateur sports federations use the same company to do it. You can get a copy of your report. This is just some information on that, but it is secure. It's not a fly-by-night service. It's a major league background check service that we use. Here's another disclosure on the background, credit reporting. Now over here it says Safe Sport Abuse Prevention Systems Training. If you have done this training already, but you need to do a background through us, you can skip you can skip the training requirement by putting your completed date and also by uploading your certificate right here. If you do this, you do not have to do the Abuse Prevention Systems course, which will be emailed to you concluding submitting your info for the background. Most of you have not done this. That's why you're doing Module 1. So you can disregard this entire page right here. Hit continue. Okay, this is going to take you again to the Code of Conduct. You've gone through this already in the previous cascade, but here it is again. This is the USFL Code of Conduct, and then this is the Safe Sport Code of Conduct. Again, this applies to most of you out there. If you have a coaching or a school or a competition that has interstate competition and a minor is involved, you're required to abide by this Code of Conduct and do the training that we are going to give you. Electronic signature, that you acknowledge receiving the Code of Conduct. Then it's going to take you to the abbreviated concussion training. Again, Module 2 is the online video training for concussions. Module 1 is the short one. So what this is, it's not a video. You're going to read this information about concussions, prevention, things to look out to, what you need to do. Here's a link for the CDC if you want to take the full-on online course, which you'll be doing with Module 2. Information sheet that you're required to provide parents. And then you're going to have an exam right here when you're done. You're going to answer these questions. If you get any of them wrong, it'll send you back. You have to get all of these completely right. Take your time. This is real important. Even though we don't do headshots, you do have concussions, and all your concussions are going to be in training, not competition, where you will not have a doctor. So it's important that you kind of have some of this information, and we require yearly training. This is your short training, alternating next year with your long training. So you're going to acknowledge that you received this, put your electronic signature, and continue. Next up, this is also an annual requirement for dehydration and weight cutting information, and it's going to tell you the dangers, what to look out for, what to do, what not to do. And then here's your poster that you can put up in your gym. The poster was generated by the Association Ringside Physicians. There's no test, but we are required to give this information for you, and you sign for it. Okay, now we're going to do the background. Again, I'm not going to put my information in here for everybody to see, but it's an online background. Again, it is very secure. Make sure you do it carefully. Put all your information in here, your birth date, your social security number, attention to detail, and then disclosure of any stuff that may have been in your past. Again, there are waivers for most occurrences, with the exception of crimes against children and sexual sex crimes. So right here, once you're done with that, you'll be prompted to pay. Again, if you're a coach, you're going to be paying $45.50, $20 for your coach's license, $25.50 for your background and abuse training. If you're an official, it's going to be $25.50 for your background and abuse prevention training. Once you submit all of this, you'll immediately get an email from Abuse Prevention Systems Training. Open that, click the link, and it'll take you to an online course that takes about an hour and 15 minutes to complete. You'll get a certificate. Once you're done with that and your background clears, we will send you your coaching card. If you're an official, we'll just let you know once you're cleared. So this is all I've got here. I don't want to go on anymore. It's all self-explanatory. If you have any questions, hit me up.